If you feel like you've started late, the standard slow and steady advice isn't just boring, it's mathematically impossible. To catch up, you don't need to save more, you need to change your vehicle. That vehicle is the Turbo Wealth Strategy. It's a system designed to compress 10 years of progress into 3 by using what I call income volatility and asset velocity. These aren't just buzzwords, they are the exact frameworks used by CEOs to build wealth while the rest of the world waits for a 5% raise. I'm breaking this down into 4 specific pillars, including a Turbo SIP rule that outruns all market gains. And to make sure you don't just watch this but actually move the needle, I've built a 4-step action plan at the end of this video to help you launch each pillar starting this Monday. The foundation is investing, but if you're starting late, the standard set it and forget it advice is a death sentence. A standard systematic investment plan where you invest a fixed amount each month is a tortoise. You need a predator. That's the Turbo SIP, and it only works if you follow 2 non-negotiable rules. Rule 1, the 10% annual step-up. If you invest $100 a month this year, you commit to $110 next year. It sounds small, but this isn't just about inflation. It's about forcing your lifestyle to stay lean while your wealth grows fat. If you can't do 10%, do 5%. The magic isn't in the number, it's the discipline of momentum. Now here is where you leave the average investor behind. Rule number 2, the 10 to 20 dip buying rule. Most people panic when the S&P 500 drops 10%. They freeze. But in the Turbo strategy, a 10% drop is a buy signal. You automatically add an extra 20% to your contribution that month. You aren't gambling, you're harvesting a discount which enhances your long-term returns. These 2 rules stop you from being a victim of the market and turn you into the architect of your own recovery. You're no longer just hoping to retire, you're engineering it. If this predator mindset is what's been missing from your strategy, hit the like button and subscribe. You're officially becoming wired for money. If the Turbo SIP is your engine, time arbitrage is the accelerator. Most people think the path to wealth is about working harder. They're wrong. It's about buying your way out of the grind. Time arbitrage has nothing to do with picking stocks, but it has everything to do with how you compress a decade of progress into a few years. Let's get one thing straight. You cannot save your way to a multi-million-dollar retirement if you're starting late. Your biggest lever isn't your investment return, it's your income capacity. But you can't increase your income if you're spending your Saturday mornings mowing the lawn or doing laundry. Those are $15 an hour tasks, and you're treating them like they're your job. Start thinking like the CEO of your own life. We use the $20 to make $200 framework. If you pay someone $20 to handle a low-value chore, you haven't spent money. You've purchased 2 hours of pure opportunity. If you reinvest those 2 hours into mastering a high-income skill, pitching a promotion, or building a side hustle, you've just turned a $20 expense into a $200 or $2,000 asset. The outcome depends on your discipline, but when you pour that new found income back into your Turbo SIP, you create a feedback loop that most people won't experience in their entire lives. And stick around, because in Section 4, I'm going to show you exactly how to turn one of those hours into a year's worth of salary. Now that you've freed up your schedule and have some extra cash flow, you need a way to multiply your earnings. That's where asset velocity comes in. Now for the 3rd pillar. Let's be honest, your assets are lazy. I call this the idle cash trap, and if you're starting late, it's a trap that will keep you broke. Every dollar you own that isn't working 2 jobs at once is a dollar you're wasting. The secret to catching up is asset velocity. Stop thinking of an asset as something you own and start thinking of it as an employee you hire. In a standard strategy, your money does one job. It sits there and hopes to grow. In the Turbo strategy, we demand 2, growth and cash flow. Think about the shift. Instead of a dead savings account, you move to a dividend ETF. Now, your dollar is working 2 shifts. It's appreciating in value and paying you a quarterly check. Instead of just owning a home, you look for asset velocity through rental income or house hacking. The goal is to make the asset feed itself and feed your investment engine. Instead of just having an idea in your head, you turn it into a digital product like an ebook, a course, or a template. This is the ultimate velocity, an asset that works for you 24/7 without you ever having to clock in again. Productive assets are self-funding. They create new income streams from capital you already have, multiplying your ability to invest without you having to work more hours. This isn't about getting rid of your assets. It's about upgrading them from lazy to productive. But we're about to go even faster. Because once your assets are moving, you need to trigger the game changer, the one strategy that can replace a decade of raises in a single year. Pillar 4 is the breakout plan. Your salary is a prison of predictability. It's designed to keep you safe, comfortable, and capped. But if you're starting late, predictable is your enemy. You don't need a steady climb, you need a surge. Think about the salary trap. A $100,000 salary with a 5% annual raise takes a decade to hit $160,000. That's the slow path. But one upside event, a performance bonus, a piece of equity, or a successful side business can exceed that entire decade of raises in a single year. Your salary has a ceiling. Volatility does not. The goal is to build wealth in big bursts, not a slow crawl. Keep your day job for survival, but use the hours you bought back with time arbitrage to hunt for nonlinear upside. Start a niche consultancy, build an AI automation service, or take equity in a startup instead of a flat fee. You can even build an audience on social media that can be monetized later. You are trading the certainty of a small reward for the possibility of a life-changing spike. One well-engineered bet can compress 5 years of saving into 5 months. You pour that windfall into your turbo SIP, and the entire system levels up instantly. This is how you stop catching up and start winning. If this system is clicking, hit that subscribe button right now. Theory won't build your wealth, execution will. Here is your 7-day mission to launch all 4 pillars. By tomorrow, set up an automatic transfer to your broad market index fund. Don't overthink the amount, just make it automatic. You're not just saving, you're fueling the engine while you sleep. This week, identify one $20 an hour task, cleaning, laundry, or meal prep, and outsource it just once. This isn't a luxury, it's a strategic purchase of the 2 hours you need for the next step. Check your lazy cash. If you have money sitting in a 0.01% savings account, move a portion of it into a productive asset like a dividend ETF. Your money just got its first promotion. Take those 2 hours you bought back and dedicate them to one scalable project. Don't start a hobby, start a business. A project with income potential. Write the first page of an ebook. Outline a niche consulting offer. Start today. Starting late is not a destiny problem, it's a systems problem. You solve it with a superior system, such as the one I explained in this video. You don't just invest your money, you engineer a plan to catch up. This strategy is your control panel. It's the only one you need to turn the feeling of being behind into the reality of building a future you control. Check out the next videos that help you to get a different perspective.